What's happening, everybody? This is Judge the Heatwave, and you're tuning in to the No Limit Podcast. Yeah.
I ain't none of these rappers you used to, I'm cuckoo. No Kellogg's food box, missing a few screws like a used toolbox. The flow straightforward with a little angle on it. Pool shot, they like, how you get a name like Judge? Cause a name like that never came with love. Still the best thing smoking like a cig, no joking, top rank. I'm just trying to be frank, no ocean. Gotta wait for my moment, it's still loading. The challenger, run through the top like Hulk Hogan. The venom that I got in my fangs, too potent. These niggas ain't fucking with me, and you know it. Bars got a lot of those, I'm sitting on a pot of gold, but I don't know if being in the circus is my kind of role. If that's where it's at right now, I ain't trying to go. I'm here with the real MCs, when you tired of those. I represent the essence of this shit, and we really had a message in our shit. Nowadays it's whatever, I done heard them say whatever for a hit. Back then they would've never been the shit, but they are now. Got a nigga still in the field, but I'm star-bound. Big dog back at the gate, show me the guard hound. Travel to the mecca of rap, like this is our town. Real niggas, bad bitches, yeah we still around. Let me tell you about motion, cause when I make a move, I don't do it just to post it. I be in the mix, Grand Wizard with the potion. City on my back, gotta really kick the dough in. Yeah, they say you only as good as your last play. Looking at my plan, I ain't never had a bad day. Early in the morning, I'll be on it like a frappe. Dolo, I don't really need the goons, but they had bang. Black Ops Curry with the shot. When you had Clay, park a nigga, we don't need a key, just a valet. I'm from the era where you had to live what you rap out. I wasn't just trapping, I was living in that crack house 24/7. Couldn't waste a second. The money gon' knock, just be careful who you let in. Big shoes on me, yeah, I'ma get to step in. If life is a gamble, who the fuck a nigga betting?
You already know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen of the 757. This is the best podcast on the East Coast. You're now tuned in to the No Limit Show with your guy Just Ed, D-Lo the Shogun, Ace Fakanami, Dead Money KD, DJ YT, and B2 Chill. And man, oh man, oh man, we doing a double hitter tonight. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all looking like, damn, Ed, you just wore that. Nah, I'm hitting a double hitter tonight. You know what I'm saying? Just changed up the color scheme. But one thing that we've all been practicing for season 4 is divine alignment. And before I introduce this guest, I'm going to give a little history. We met probably about a year and a half ago at an event. Shout out to Loud, shout out to West, you know what I'm saying? And the guy was killing it. You know what I'm saying? Guy was killing it. Was not stopping. Beat turned off, he's still rapping. Mic was messed up, he's still going, still flowing. And we told ourselves that if we ever met again, that he would be on this platform. It doesn't have to happen today, tomorrow, next week, next month, a year, 2 years later. But he's here now. That's why we say divine alignment. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we got Judge the Heatwave.
What's up, everybody, man? What's up, man? All the listeners, man. Thank you, man, for having me, man. I knew I was gonna fuck with you because when we did that, like you said, at that event, you came up to me and you like, yo, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, not too many people sometimes. It be niggas that be sometimes don't want to give motherfuckers they props, you know what I mean? So they'll just listen to you, and even if they think you hot, they not gonna motherfucking salute you or try to network or build, but you not one of them, you know what I mean? It ain't like you know what I mean? You came to me like, yo, man, I do a podcast. I'm like, yo, man, all right, let's work, you know what I mean? Even though it took a little bit of time, man, I was like, yo, when I get back down here to do my work, man, you definitely one of them people I had to see, so.
One thing that I kind of disgruntle about and I get irritated about are the ones that say, oh, yeah, give him his flowers, but y'all always do it when they gone. But you can't never do it when they here. And that's one thing that I do to myself. Whether it's good feedback, bad feedback, or whatever, tell them how you feel because that's their occupation, that's their job. Right. That's what they're here for. It's to entertain or to teach the people or the populace around them. And I was just like, one thing I noticed out of that situation was, yo, he doing it. And it's not on the typical kill, rob, getting money. You were actually talking about something. It had substance. The lyrics had something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? And hell, the song you just played, back then, you really had to rap. Back then, you really had to have talent. Back then, you couldn't just rely on a cadence or your hook to take over the song. Yeah, it was cool, but it had to have substance. It had to go something with it. People really wanted to understand the artist. So with that being said, I haven't seen you in so long, and even then, I didn't know who you were from a can of paint, just the name and what you brought to the stage. So for the fans and supporters that don't know who you are, I would like to get a small origin story of who Judge the Heatwave is. So with that being said, where you from, G?
I'm from Wilmington, Delaware. That's like about 5 hours up north. As soon as you pass Baltimore, like we like an hour up. You know what I mean? Right before you get to like Philly, so it's like we like right there, sandwiched in the middle. Nice small little state. You know what I mean? We got our own hood like everybody else got their own hood. You would say like down here, what's that like Portsmouth? Portsmouth like the hood down here.
Some people say Portsmouth, some people Norfolk, Newport News. Everybody got every city got
That's what I'm
they
saying.
misfortune spots.
Exactly. So you know what I mean, coming from them type of areas, you feel what I'm saying? That's where I'm from as far as Wilmington is concerned. So yeah, man, I got some people that I know down here, and I just been networking for the past few years, just trying to just connect the dots because where I'm from, it's just a little bit more difficult to put it all together. And I'm gonna say that.
Which is, I will say it's ironic because the last show before you got here, he came from Maryland. So when you said that, I was like, damn, are they flying together? Something, what the hell? And then we had another person. Shout out to the Lobster King. Shout out to Avarex. He's from up north. You know what I'm saying? Delaware, Connecticut type of area. And you always question those type of things of where they live and did you really go through some shit? Because everybody likes to compare their life. Oh, yeah. One thing about the minority culture, I won't even say black culture, but the minority culture that I hate is we all think, oh, yeah, we come from a worse place. Like, we do a comparison of, oh, man, I had to sleep on the floor. Oh, man, we ain't had no lights. We ain't had this. It ain't about all that. It's about how you got out of it.
Right.
How you overcame the situation and didn't let that situation take over who you are. Right. So what you coming from there and trying to connect the dots, where was Judge the Heatwave created? Like, how did that name, your origin, like, your essence?
I first started off just like battle rap circuit. Like back then, as you could tell, battle rap was like more of a competitive type of thing. It wasn't a lot of buddy. Like if you was fucking with a couple niggas, y'all had like a crew. But other than that, you had to still stay sharp. So I came from that kind of background, you know what I mean? So a nigga gave me that name basically. And me personally, I didn't even really know what to call myself. I just love rapping. So, shit, I remember I called myself 15. I was 15 years old. I ain't know what the fuck to call myself. So I was 15. My man was like, yo, what's going to happen when you turn 16? I said, man, I'm going to my name going to be 16. You feel me? And niggas was like, yo, you wildin', man. You can't do that. You know what I mean? So niggas just throwing names out there. So Judge got thrown out there. And I was like, hold on. I said, that sound all right. I guess I can run with that. You feel what I'm saying? In my head. So I went to a little battle. That summer, it's a real big battle on my side of town. And I had already stuck. I'm like, yo, this name going to stick right here. And I did real well at the battle. I got disqualified on some bullshit, but that made me feel like the crowd was so, they wanted me so bad to be back in it. You know what I mean? Because they like, yo, why y'all disqualify the bull? And it felt like that I have arrived moment. 'Cause you can
Understood.
hear them like, yo, put Judge back in. Yo, everybody like, and I'm like looking around like, damn, man, motherfuckers really fuck with me. Like, that's what's up. So from there, I just continue to write, and met a lot of people along the way. But that's pretty much the start of it all, man. Just the competitive roots, just loving music. I met somebody. I was inspired from somebody that rapped. Like at first, back then, now it's widespread. Everybody rap. But back then it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? So you gotta think about it. I was just watching like TV, what was on TV sometimes, and had my little Walkman and shit like that. And I had a nigga that like it was like we had a mutual friend. He came through. The nigga, he was from PA, and he rapped on the block.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like actually seeing a nigga rap, like I never seen that before. I'm like, yo, that shit was crazy. Bitches on my block, they was coming on. I'm like, yo, this nigga got it lit. I'm like, shit, I'm trying to rap. I'm young, so I'm like, man, shit. So I started writing. I probably was trash, but I got better. That's why I'm here. You know what I mean?
Two things that I take out of what you said is your name. I appreciate you being unique with your name because, unfortunately, I'm tired of the littles. I'm tired of the bigs. I'm tired of the YB, NBAs. I mean, I get it, affiliation and shit like that, but being you is you. You can have an entourage, you can have a group, but signifying, like when the Wu-Tang came out, it wasn't Wu-Tang Redman, Wu-Tang RZA. It was RZA, Wu-Tang, ODB. You had that originality
Right.
to who you are,
Right.
and that's something that I respect. It might be a long name, but I respect it. Something else that I also, you know what I'm saying, I have to, put something on to is everybody being allowed to rap. Like everybody should be able to do whatever the fuck they want to do. Let me make that very clear. But at the same time, Neo's not even a rapper, but he said it a couple years ago in an interview. He said, coming into the game, you had to have talent. You had to do multiple things. Like you had to set yourself apart of everybody.
Right.
But nowadays, it seems like rap is a meal ticket. If you can make a viral song or something that's corny but do numbers, you can be a rapper and then label off and then go to something else. I feel like any other genre, you really got to work hard to really solidify yourself as that individual.
Right.
But with rap, you put some words together and you got a damn, what's the word I'm looking for? You got a gimmick, a little jingle with you.
Yeah.
We allow too many people in the game. You know what I'm saying? Females and males. I see it all the time. And then these platforms that we have, though I love some of the platforms that we have, and I'm cool with some of the people that have them, but money ain't everything. We shouldn't promote everything because, oh yeah, they paid $250, they paid $1,000. But sometimes you gotta have integrity to your own business. Like it's some shit that I've seen on the internet, and I'm just like, wow, you should have gave them a real talk and be like, hey, look, instead of paying this bread, I'll do a $50 consultation because this needs to be mixed and mastered. Your message, who are you trying to go for?
Right.
Like, what are you trying to do?
Right.
Like instead of these people, they record off of band labs or they record in their closet, and then you're like, all right, the next step, I gotta go on Viral Virginia, or I gotta go on Glass TV, or I gotta go on Gravity Films, or I gotta go on the radar. You ain't ready yet. Put your stepping stones on. Start off with a small crowd, then a bigger crowd. Get them feedback. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But a lot of people are not doing that. And again, your song, the intro song that we played really spoke to it. Because he was like, man, I really live what I'm saying. Like, I lived in a crack house. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know what it feels like to not have money.
Right.
And we need more OGs
Right.
stepping the fuck up. I know the OGs like, hey, man, I'm living my life now. I don't really... Nah. Y'all need to step up. Y'all need to come out and be like, hey, look, we not promoting this. We not going for it because...
But my thing is, I'm not really trying to, like... It's not like Rage Against the Machine. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not bitter. Like, that's how that's how they perceive it now. If you come out and you an older artist, more seasoned artists and you try to like, everybody can't rap, then they like, oh, he the hater, like, oh, he's washed or whatever. Like, nah, like I'm not even listening. I'm not in nobody way. I'm doing this shit for the love first. At the end of the day, listen, once the love is out, then I'm out. You know what I mean? But I've been doing this for a long time, so I've been able to adjust and listen to different styles of music along the way. And you got to be respectful, man. You got to
Yeah.
be because this is where it's at now. Like now you can continue to stay who you are and don't adjust, and things might not go well. Or if you're really a gem, right? You one of them artists that's really like a generational talent. All you gotta do is just stick and stay true to yourself.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, man, what they'll do is once they find a little sound or a wave, like, trust me, man. Listen, niggas will do like once the auto tune shit started popping. Listen, that auto tune shit kind of ruined the whole kind of game for real. The auto tune kind of ruined the whole game for real. The rap game kind of, cause it kind of like made like, cause they still classify them artists as rappers.
Right.
When what you heard right there is not the same. You wouldn't play that after Future. You feel me? That's not the vibe. That's, and I mean, you're not gonna play that after Future. You're gonna play another song. You might play Rod Wave.
No.
But if you're a DJ, you're not gonna jump from that to that. That's just two different climates.
Yes and no. Honestly, that
Now
comes
you
with
got everybody out here sounding like with the auto tune. Everybody.
I would say that's up to the DJ or whoever's running the show to really understand their crowd and understand who they're bringing into the building. Because again, I would play something like that after Future, not because of the tone or the auto tune, but the messages.
Right.
The messages, the cadence is the same. It's just same type of vibe.
Yeah.
I will say auto tune has made people gave a lot of motherfuckers confidence. When you get on that stage and you don't have that auto tune, then what? You know what I'm saying? But that's enough about them. I'm not even gonna take this show and do that with the gripes and grievances.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many different categories. Like that's why I feel like it's sub-genres within the hip hop sound
Yeah.
that we need to kind of like, as people, we need to at least try to rename it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's really not rap,
Yeah.
but it is a part of our culture.
Me getting
our
older.
sound.
Me getting older. I'm starting to understand how older people used to feel about the music I used to listen to, and I tell the younger generation that come on the show all the time, and I be like, me being sober, I don't know what you're saying, and I can't relate. But if I'm under the influence, I understand exactly how they feel. I feel like I'm walking through their shoes, but it's just like, is that influencer hip hop, or rap, or whatever you want to call it? Just like you have drill and trap, or whatever. It is what it is. But again, I digress. I'm taking it off of that. I'm focusing on Judge right now. I've been watching ever since we had that conversation and you said you was coming. I've been watching, and Vitamin Dope for one. Had the promo going crazy. I even seen the brawl sitting on the handstand. Oh, not the handstand, from the mirror. I was like, oh yeah, he coming up here wilding out.
For sure.
Enjoy yourself. Now during that process, this promo run, what are we promoting? What are we giving to the people?
It's basically like a reboot. So last year when I came here, I had a whole rollout. It was a project right here. I'm gonna show it to the people. It's called FDB. It's still on all platforms. You can check it out. You feel what I'm saying? Look it up. YouTube, whatever. Judge the Heatwave, FDB. Type it in. It's a project strictly for the ladies. You feel what I'm saying? It was a song on a project I was gonna try to promote as a single. The beat was a sample beat, and it was like a Timbaland inspired beat. So I was like, I'm gonna come down here, try to network with the folks down here, and try to get it going. So then once I get a video and all that to it, and this gonna be it right here, right? Then I'm gonna get Timbaland's attention, right? So I get Timbaland's attention, right? I put this shit on the song review, right? And it crashes live because of the sample. But I was thinking, oh man, this is his beat, kind of, damn near. So I wasn't paying attention to that part. So I'm like, all right, I create music and I link up with various kind of producers. So when they make the beat, you know, we're gonna do the business, but I can't help it if it gets played and the fucking stream gets shut down. So Timberland played it, stream got shut down. From there, he just was mad as shit. And I gotta send the footage to my man because I still got the screen recording, I think, but he just both of them other songs I had like a 3-song, like I can do like 3 songs. So I was like, damn, man, that nigga really just was pissed because his live crashed. He just said, fuck every other song, huh? So I like for like at that moment, it's like, yo, do you feel discouraged or do you say, yo, you know what? Call an audible on the play, right? So I pretty much kind of like threw that whole project away. You know what I mean? Because I felt like that as an artist, me personally, if I say I know music, right, and then I bring that to a motherfucker that say he know music, then at least I should have at least got a pass, but I never got one. So I say, you know what? The way I normally got people's attention was when I first started rapping, being in love with the bars. So let me go back to that. And if motherfuckers don't love me then it ain't it. Like we're gonna keep it always funky. You know what I mean? We ain't gotta keep doing this shit if this shit ain't really in us. You know what I mean? Like if you don't hear it in a motherfucker, like yo, he talented or yo, he different. Ain't no reason to just keep doing this shit for fun. We ain't doing this shit for fun.
Yeah.
So this is my whole angle now. Like yo, I'm gonna still come down here, connect with the folks, but I'm gonna be the bar heavy niggas. So this is the new flyer. Huh. Still got the bitches. Still got the bitches. Yeah, I mean, vitamin dope, like he said. Still got them. You feel me? And I'm around, man. Like, I'm really around, man. And I feel like it's not even about Timbaland no more. This is about me networking with different folks that really fuck with this rap shit. You know what I mean? Like that's what we gonna boil it down to because obviously anything could be a hit. So now people don't really like you can't really trust anybody with their ear or anybody nowadays, man. It's like nowadays anything can fly. So I ain't no slight to Timberland and all that for I don't know not listening to the music.
I think
But
what
I feel like me personally, if I do what I'm good at doing, then I can't fail that way. So that was my approach this time around. So this is why I'm here, like, to really reprint my whole, you know what I mean?
no.
My whole movement.
So what I feel like the issue that happens with a lot of artists, not just from the 757 or Virginia or just the DMV as a whole, we look for those figures that have already done it.
Right.
And we look at these figures like, not more like a help me, but like a, hey, yo, you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to do the same thing. But then you got to put yourself in their shoes, step in they boots real quick and understand that it's probably over 1,000 people in a month sending them shit from samples that they've already done, that they've already sampled.
Right.
And like, for example, I don't know this girl's name. I just know she's a white chick, blonde hair, and she tried to recreate a Missy Elliott song. And Tim was like, "Yo, I don't care how many numbers I don't care about the numbers you get." And the shit did numbers. It did almost 2.1 million. It did numbers. But he literally went in comments and was like, "I don't care what kind of number you're doing. I'm not clearing this song. It's a disgruntled on the legacy that I built for myself." And I understand that. And he could have been mad but through the situation and stuff like that. But I think a lot of these big timers, they lose hope because you might miss the diamond in the rough. Shout out to Virginia Q and all them. Did the same thing. He sent his music in. He listened to Timbaland, and Timbaland's like, "Yeah, you've been rapping for a while, right? You've been rapping for a while. You doing this and the third." He made it, and homie, instead of taking that message and was like, "Oh damn, you listen to my lyrics and you don't think I lived it because the way I look." Okay, cool. I'm not gonna diss you. I'm gonna explain to you why I am the way I am, why I changed my life, and my shit's gonna do it. I feel like a lot of these artists shouldn't even look at the people that already made it. Right. Once them people already made it, 50, Jay-Z, Future, any of them, they made it. Right. They went through the mud. They got embarrassed. Right. Or, you know what I'm saying, getting to these executives. Like you just said earlier, we in a new generation, new wave. Right. Fuck them.
Right.
Fuck them. Right. Find your niche, find your people.
Exactly.
And run with it. Because when you said the battle rapping, I automatically thought URL. As soon as you said that, I was like, damn, does he know that there's a battle rap league in the 757? There's like 2 or 3 that have over 250 people in there every show. You know what I'm saying? That's doing their things. Does he know about that? You know what I'm saying? And there's people that like bars, that want to hear nothing but bars. Right. That chasing that internet numbers and likes and all that shit is over with. I got a couple people that work on like apps and developers and shit like that. And I was just like, bro, y'all would make more money making shit for certain people. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be big as Instagram. It just got to be a program or an app for those people, dedicated for those people so they can meet other people like them. Right. Because I guarantee you after this conversation, and when people see it, there's somebody in Hawaii that feel like you do, Vermont, Utah, that all feel the same way. And they're doing these revamps, and it's not needed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Now I will say I would use these platforms for that shock value content, because I will say earlier looking on your page, the first thing I seen the Vitamin Dope, and what I'm about to say, don't take no offense to it. I seen a shorty with the big ass titties, and I was just like, well, what he got going on? Who was this? Every time I'm with so-and-so, just know I'm with the judge. I was like, okay, judge, what you got going on? And then after that, I'm studying the page. And then I see it on the story, then I see the bra strap. I'm like, who's this nigga? What he got going on? You know what I'm saying? And that's just my eyes. That's just from what I see.
Well, thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to rule him in, man. Bait is bait.
Hey, look, and you caught the fish, nigga.
Bait is bait.
I'm hooked on that motherfucker.
Listen, if I'm still being true to myself and doing things that I like to do, which is bring the people together, and that's when you do this, it's a whole industry. Everybody's included. Everybody eats. It's like you know how it is. I mean, listen, I'm an artist, so at the end of the day, I know how it is. Before an artist gets paid, before you see that music video come out, everybody else, they get paid first. We don't. You know what I mean? That's everybody. So that's including the females, everybody. You gotta be resourceful, man. You gotta be resourceful. You can't just be out here and just thinking you're gonna just wing it. You know what I mean? You gotta be resourceful, man. A lot of people they do little content, have videos and shit sometimes, and it's fine if you want to be by yourself, like, or have a bunch of niggas, but I'm not on that type of time. I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? I'd rather have a female around me and be cool, like, because I can move by myself, like.
I would say it to back up, to piggyback almost what you were saying, it's being a creative, right. and like you said earlier, baiting them in. I haven't seen you in a year, and within 24 hours, I've already scanned your whole profile, right. Looked at everything, and seen what you have accomplished in that year. Right. Whether you took the stuff down or not, I'm like, okay, cool, you got this shit going on. You know what I'm saying? However you do it, you do it. Just be unique with it, right. and get in tune with certain individuals that you know is going to take you to different places. Right. So if I know, you know what, hey, this DJ, he goes to this club and he likes nothing but bar type hip hop. Right. Hey, bro, what's good with you? My name is da-da-da-da-da, whoop-de-whoop. Now we connected. We cool. Right. I know this radio host right here. He don't like the YN shit. He don't like the singing shit. He like bars. Cool. and you start building that repertoire up and shit like that with your own creative ideas.
Right.
People just, like I said, people just got to be unique with who they are and as an individual, because we're dealing with a million rappers. We're dealing with a million rappers, and they're all coming out every day. Everybody thinks, hey, this is for them. But one thing I will ask you to go to the next question: what separates you from the next? Why would I want to listen to your music or the public?
Me personally, I would say that not trying to hate on what's out right now, but if you listen to everybody that's rapping right now, and I'm not here to just say anybody's name, but
Fuck
just
'em.
listen to who raps. Listen to the niggas that rap out here, and then play one of my joints. You gonna be like, hold up now. You know what I mean? Something gotta give. You know what I mean? That's all. I'm not hating on nobody that do auto tune, none of that. That's y'all lane. I'm talking about the rappers. You know what I mean? And salute to whoever think they holding down the crown. But at the end of the day, I just feel like ain't no hunger left in it. Niggas is just too comfortable and too cute. You feel me? And it's just time to just bring it back to the real raw, authentic hunger shit. That's why that's why DMX was so impactful. Because when niggas was getting cute and comfortable, he came out of nowhere barking like a dog.
Yeah.
He came out of nowhere barking like a dog, bitch.
And then hit
Hungry.
your ass, and then hit your ass with the prayer. Tied in.
It was bait.
Yeah.
It got him.
So
Got him.
one thing. Last week I had a artist sitting here. Shout out to Lunatics. My bad. And my co-host, they're rappers. They rap.
Right.
And he was basically like, oh yeah, I fuck with, you know what I'm saying, anybody that raps. Same type of mentality you on, right? But he stood up, right? And I'm looking like, oh damn. He was like, kudos to what y'all doing, but I'm the best motherfucker in this room. And outside this room, I'm top dog. I'm that nigga. And I was like, I looked at them two, and then I looked at him, and then I looked at them two, and I'm just like, that's the type energy you got to be on. Yeah. This industry now, everybody gets a trophy. Everybody gets to be a winner. The ones that are really out here that's hungry, and nigga, I'm the best, and I want you to show me. That's
crazy. That, you know what I mean? You're right. They all have you, but that's one of the qualities that you gotta have, though.
Yeah. And
he was feel like you the best even when you're not.
Yeah. But just the energy he had. I had to look at my co-host like, y'all gonna do this to me on the camera? Hey, look, if he said some shit like that, I would have been like, play track number 7 off of album number 1. Cause we could go bar for bar. And a couple years ago, I had 2 rappers. Well, I had a rapper from the 757 and a rapper from New York. They did it. And it not only did number, but it gave them exposure so other people could be like, you know what? I actually fuck with K-Rob. I actually fuck with D'Angelo Xavier. And sometimes people got to do it. They got to be got to get out of their comfort zone. Right. So if you got the music, like, I would listen to your tracks.
Right.
But me being petty, I would have another rapper in here that think they hard or whatever, and I'd be like, but you can't beat him. You would have some unknown beef, right, not even knowing because they came on the show. I'd be like, Judge way better than you, B. Or so-and-so way better. He'd be like, what, nigga? I'm going to light a fire in your ass.
It's motivation, though.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to light a fire. Let's see.
Motivation because, listen, if I ever hear a nigga that's fired, like, I'm not mad. You know what I mean? Because I like hearing that type shit. I want to hear the hunger. I want to hear that motherfucker's really nice. Like, you got to have some type of substance. Like you said, you got to know what you're saying, and it got to make sense. You can't just be saying whatever works or whatever you think going, you know what I mean, work for you. You know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah, that sound good. Put Batty in there and Fatty and then Addy. You know what I mean?
I had a shorty ask me about, she sent me her music, and she was just like, how you feel about that? I was like, it's cool. You got titties, you got an ass, and you got a face and tats, but your vocabulary is garbage. And she was like, damn, nobody's ever said that because you got an ass and you got a cute face. So they not willing to hurt your feelings. Anybody that comes on this show understands that Ed's a dickhead. If your shit trash, your shit trash. I don't give a fuck. I
So you brought her on the show and told her that shit was trash?
For a fact.
God damn, boy.
For a fact. Because,
Sheesh.
mind you, but I also gave her this note. I gave her this note and I said, hey, I'm one person out of 8.1 billion. My opinion, don't let my opinion ruin your career. But I'm telling you, with my platform and the numbers that I have, most people agree what I say. So with that being said, if I said it, about 15 to 2,000, 3,000 people might say the same thing. They joined the page for a reason. Not because I'm nice to everybody, but because I'm honest. We play music and we listen to it and we dissect it.
Right.
Because I want to know what's your message. I want to know who's it for.
Right.
That way, excuse me, we can direct you where you need to be so you can really flourish.
Right.
If you don't know where you need to be, you're gonna be throwing your music out and wondering, why I only got 50 views on that. Because you're sending to everybody instead of people that like your shit or like your type of music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Kanye West fan.
Right.
Somebody comes to me and be like, hey bro, listen to this young boy. Why? He's not gonna get no views off of me.
Right.
Because I don't like this shit. Listen to Drake. I'm a K-Dot fan. So why the fuck would I? Marvin's Room and all that. I'm not listening to that. You might get 1 or 2 views off of me, but K-Dot's going to get 1,000. People need to understand their niche, their market, their age group. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Are you speaking for the YNs that's on some dumb shit? Or are you speaking for them people that are seasoned and miss the Rakim, the Eric and Rakim, that mix the Big Daddy Kanes, those type of flows?
Right.
A lot of people don't understand that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But with you being gone for a year and kind of revamping who you are and your sound and stuff like that, honestly, how do you feel like your feedback was so far?
Good, man. I want different, like, going back into that portal, like it brought the fun back, really. You know what I mean? Because really, when you start thinking about that, you're in the area of like chaos and confusion. You don't know what's going on. Like, you know, you think shit works, and that's just life itself. If you make a decision and you think it's going to work and it doesn't work, you're confused. You're like, what the fuck? I thought that was going to work. But, yeah, that, it didn't work. So it made me feel like I had to reboot my intentions on what I really wanted out of this game. So I said, my contribution to the game, what did I love about this shit? It was the bars. So boom, all right. I was down here last year, but I said, you know what? If I'm going to do the bars, where are we at in the area I'm in, Delaware? The people that have the bars and the people that really stand on the bars is New York and Philly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I've been at all the way until until I came back here. So I've been going to Philly and I've been in New York. You know what I mean? I've been at Fendi Studio, Big Fendi. And, you know, I've been pretty successful there. You know what I mean? Things is going good with him. I didn't, rap for Jadakiss on the FaceTime and Smack and all them. You know what I mean? So that was a wonderful situation. And then this platform out Philly, man, a lot of people, like, the freestyles that I've been spitting on there have been giving me a lot of good feedback. So you got a lot of people from up that area, the DJs and all that commented, and I'm like, yo, that really gave me the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I didn't get none of that, you know what I mean, from that project I was telling you about. It wasn't the type of feedback. It was good. It was okay feedback, but it's like sometimes when you'll know, like you said, it's something that's gonna work for you. So I was like, yo, you know what? Instead of just trying to be too fancy, because that's what it was, just me being comfortable, me being cool. Like, come on now, I gotta get back to this shit, and that's what it took. So it's like, all right, you gotta be a little more serious with this shit. Like, so next time, see, I'm not even thinking about Timbaland. Next time, I don't want to look for him. I want him to look for me.
There we
I
go.
mean,
And I was hoping that you said that.
so I've been in a different direction. I went to Philly and New York, and I've been killing shit. And once I leave here, I'm going back up there. I'm going Philly and New York and keep killing shit. And I'm gonna come back and talk about it. And maybe next time I come, and maybe it'll be less than a year, because what I've been trying to do is find, and I'm glad we talked about the whole situation where you got everything moving. Like, you can one-stop shop it, because that's what we're missing in my, like, where I'm from. We have the resources, but sometimes it's a little bit harder to put everything all together on point. The production sets, the females. It's not a lot of females, especially females. You gotta outsource them, because you can't find ain't no girls from where we from that's gonna really be with the shits. So you gotta go where they at, and like, you know.
Can I? I'm gonna take the camera real quick. One thing I will say. All this Virginia talk, Virginia. I'm gonna take this part of this interview and say, somebody from Delaware that travels to New York and Philly and still has the same issue that all the Virginians are complaining about. Oh, we're not together. Oh, this not put together. So many people believe that if they leave Virginia, things are going to just work for them and it's all put together. Like, those cities aren't going through the same thing.
Right.
And they like, oh, if I go to Atlanta, if I go to Texas, or I go to Cali, everything going to be better. No, it's just going to be different, but you're still going to be the same fish, but just in a different pond. I'm sorry. It's just one of those things that I think people forget to realize. And I've told the artists that come on the show, Ed was an artist at one point. Before I wanted to help the artist, I was an artist.
Okay.
And I went to different cities and I went to different states and realized that Virginia got the same issues they got.
Everybody do.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody do. Nobody going. No, I feel like going somewhere and saying, I don't know. A lot of times you do read them stories where people fucking really, they left their family. Motherfuckers went homeless for this shit. You be like, God damn, like, certain rappers, like, they really want for this shit, and they made it. But then you got the people that really, come on now, this shit rough.
So it's one of those. Y'all check out the YouTube page. I put some motivational quotes up there, motivational videos, and one video I put up there, the guy was just like, in order to be successful, you have to sacrifice something, whether it's time, whether it's love, you have to sacrifice. Right. And a lot of people don't realize what they want to do until they already got something. Like, even for myself, I got 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still here. But guess what? By me doing these interviews, my daughter starts school tomorrow.
Right.
But I'm here. I done 2 interviews tonight. That is the sacrifice I'm making. Spending time with my kids, getting them ready for their future. But I'm here. That is a sacrifice that I have to make for my goals and my vision. And that's one thing that you got to realize. If you really want it, what sacrifice you going to have to give? Are you going to have to give your Fridays and Saturdays out chilling with the boys, we smoking, we drinking in bitches' faces? Or you going to be in the studio or in your room writing down your cadence and figuring out your next plan? You going to go to Barbados and Jamaica and spend thousands of dollars? Or you going to take that money and promote your music, buy some T-shirts, buy some radio time? Sacrifice. No. Yeah, it's got to happen, and it don't matter which state you go in, no. You're going to make that same sacrifice in every state. You gon' give up something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what people have to realize.
It's just tricky when people feel like they got to go somewhere else to get popping, but I mean, sometimes that does work. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it does.
It does work because you're something new. You're something refreshing. But people don't realize when they go from one state to another state, you bring your state with you. That's why you look different in the crowds. That's why you sound different. That's why people are like, oh, damn. You know how many people I done had on this show come from different states? And shout out to Lil Stupid. And her side De Niro from New York, Lil Stupid from Louisiana. They didn't stay in their states. They came to Virginia with their sound, and people were like, oh, who the fuck are them? Because they don't sound like everybody else. They're not doing the same type of thing. So, of course, it's going to work.
Right.
And you can't get mad that it works. You got to understand, hey, They took it, but they work hard. They go hard for what they're doing. They just not leaving their family behind or their friends behind and not getting anything out of it.
Right.
People would leave some shit and don't do nothing with it. Then they
That's-
looking,
that's
like,
crazy.
why not me? Just because you moved don't mean you giving up something. I can move to goddamn Portsmouth right now. Don't mean it's gonna change the situation of the podcast. I only say that because we were in Portsmouth, but it doesn't change.
Right.
Your ethics, your consistency, the way you do things. That's what changed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I first started, shout out to Loud. We were over at Loud's. I was probably getting an interview once every 2 weeks, once every, you know what I'm saying, twice every 3 weeks. And over time now, hey bro, when can I get on? When can I get on? When can I get on? I didn't have to leave to a different state. I didn't go to North Carolina. I didn't go to, all I did was stay consistent,
Right.
take my eyes outside, see what other people are doing, be like, okay, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Cool. And I stayed true to myself and it worked.
Right.
That's why you sitting here right now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go nowhere. All I did was drive down the street, put on some regular clothes, and open my mouth. Hey, look, you a dope person. I would love to figure out your story. Hey, I like your shit. Come talk to me. That's it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I understand what you're necessarily going through right now, and I appreciate and respect that you didn't stop.
Right.
You wasn't just like, nah, man, fuck it. It ain't work. I'm just done with it. All right, cool. I'm going back to my roots. I'm going back to what people like, and I'm being me. I'm not being like everybody else.
Back to what I like.
Yeah,
Not what the people like.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Because that project, I thought the people was going to like that. That's why I did it. I was like, oh, all right, for the bitches, all happy and dumb. That shit sometimes don't work, especially you got to understand where you, like I said, I come from a background with the bars. So just to throw my whole audience off by doing that, okay, call it a 52 pump fake if you really want to. But I just wanted to gauge where I was at. So at the end of the day, even though I'm not going to front, because I had a conversation with my man the other day. He was like, yeah, was it a throwaway when you was putting that shit together?
Yeah.
You was trying to put it out? I was like, nah, nigga, it wasn't a throwaway shit. I was trying to put my all into it, but sometimes, man, you got to reroute yourself, man, if you still want to try to make it work. So my thing is, without compromising your true sound, so it was perfect for me. Because all I had to do was fucking start rapping bars again. I didn't have to think about party or all this mood music. You know what I mean? Like,
I will also say this too, because we're in season 4, and like I said, we're all about divine alignment. Just because the album didn't work in 2020 doesn't mean the album or song selections won't work in 2027.
right,
I feel like a lot of artists, bro, I got 900 songs out, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, with that 900, you put them all in 2015. How about look through your catalog and understand your music and realize, hey, this is what the people liking right now. How about this? I'm going to take this, I'm going to put that out, and then when they say, oh, where's the album? The album came out in 2015. You want this type of lingo, you want this type of vibe. You heard the single that I'm pushing. Well, guess what? There's a whole bunch with that one.
right,
Because I feel like a lot of artists, they put it out and they're just like, oh, it didn't work, fuck it. That's why the big time artists, they have timeless music. That's why I'm not even in that time frame, but I can still listen to KRS-One.
right.
I can still listen to LL Cool J because hey, it's the vibe. That's what I'm into right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne come on, he put on a Millie. Niggas gonna jump, even though that song came out early 2000s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just understanding your music and understand what time and what time frame and who am I trying to put it out with.
Right.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know anything about that last project.
Right.
But now that you said it and now that it's here and you're saying, oh yeah, it just didn't fit the people, now you're on the show, we gonna put, hey look, listen to his last album. See why he felt like the way he felt. Was it not it? You still getting listeners. You still getting
Right.
shit. And as long as your paperwork is still running,
Right.
You still getting paid from it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
It's on
saying?
all platforms.
Don't
Every
matter.
fucking
It don't matter
platform.
if it came out in
You know what I
2011
mean?
or
And I told
1999.
myself that just keep it up because maybe you might be a little bit too you was moving too fast or a little ahead of your time or maybe they wasn't ready for that just yet. They can catch on later. So keep it up. So I was like, all right, that's fine. I'm gonna keep it up. But this new shit that I'm on, man, it's been taking me a lot of places, man. I'm very grateful, man, just to still have that love for it and be recognized amongst the community at large. It's not just people that I grew up with no more. These are people that are new, fresh faces. Like you said, you see me last year. You didn't know me from a can of paint when I was spitting them bars. It's like, yo, the nigga don't sound outdated for one. He sound like he's very much needed. Like who is he?
I
I was in the studio around this way in Virginia Beach the other day. Some guy, Love 808 Studios, and the engineer in there, he just like, yo, man, you a elite level rapper. You just keep, you know what I mean? So it's like at the end of the day, once you obtain that level, you definitely are trying to reach. Yeah, like your aim got to be a little bit more precise. So like, I'm not at this point, not even thinking about the different records and all that. I'm just doing me. Like, not even thinking about too much being out of the box. Just giving them bars. That's what's working. You feel me? And that's really the formula. For real, for real. If it start working, don't try to fix it. Just do what's because it's working. So I said, you know what? A freestyle. I just was like, just going to Philly, spitting a freestyle here and there, just being real consistent with it though. And then that shit went crazy, and I was like, yo. And then going up there in New York with Fendi, I'm just like, it went crazy. The first rap I spit for him, he was calling. Motherfucker was telling me I'm in the studio. He calling Kiss. He trying to call Benny the Butcher. Like, then the other time like, I come back to the studio, he call everybody. I'm rapping all my material, 6 songs. And I've been there this whole time. I've been there about 4 times, 4 or 5 times just recording, like doing music, like. So I got a nice little rapport in that situation, and Philly is a good situation too. And like I said, being from Delaware, even though Wilmington is our biggest city, it's still not enough people. So you gotta understand where y'all from. It's like 7 cities. It's a lot of people. If you get that fucking little buzz and wave, everybody tuning in, that's a lot of people. It's probably more people than where we from in our city. That's why Philly's so big, and New York sometimes these places be so big, they can kind of sustain their own. Uh, they can sustain a livelihood as being a rapper. Like some of them Texas rappers, it's so many people, like 1 million people in the city.
and then and it's crazy that you said that because I've told an artist that before. Like, you understand how big you trying to get. If you're trying to be a superstar, international superstar, uh, then yeah, I understand you trying to grab the whole market. But if you good in your city and your city bringing thousands and you charge the right way, goddamn, if you got 1,000 people to come to your show, you charge them $10 a pop. You do the fucking math. I always say this name, even though people hate when I say it. 6ix9ine. He didn't get his fame off of New York. Yeah, he got a buzz from New York, but his real fans was from Romania, Russia. Like, them people loved him over there. He was godly over there. Then he took himself to New York, did the whole gang banging shit, and it took over in the U.S. But in the beginning, it was over there. So you just gotta find your city, find your niche.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The guy that came before you, I had asked him, I said, bro, your platform is bigger than mine. You're doing way bigger numbers on all your social media platforms. Why are you here? Like, what made you, hey bro, I seen you up in Delaware. Like, I mean, not Delaware. He said, I seen you up in Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland. I was like, Whole time I'm trying to reach the 757. I'm trying to get people like that. But you telling me people in Maryland watching? Just like we had a label. Shout out to Gorgeous Music.
Right.
The California Las Vegas label came to Virginia to come fuck with me.
Right.
I got a guy in London that see the content. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta put that shit out. But to kind of digress and so y'all can understand why I feel the way I feel about Judge the Heatwave, we're gonna play Razor.
Let me introduce this because it's an artist from down this way.
Okay.
His name is Razor. He does a lot more than just rap though. He's a videographer and he does it all. So when you done from down this way, a lot of people might be familiar with him. If not, he got an Instagram, I think, I Am Razor, and he has a platform called Vitamin Dope. So check him out. You know what I mean? He's doing real good work in the area. You know what I mean? He work with a lot of artists. He's always working. So I came down here. Last year was one of them people I met along the way, and I was like, yo, I did some work with him, and we just was building, and was just like the chemistry was there. You know it, like, yo, man, when I come back here, we gonna lock in. So we did a song, we did some, and this is the song that we just did. I mean, it's a song that he had already had. I was listening to the music. I'm like, yo, let me get a verse for this. So I got on and you know what I mean, did my thing.
The sad thing about what you were saying, and my bad, I wasn't mean to cut you off or anything, but the sad thing about it, I've seen a lot of Vitamin Dope work, but I never knew who was behind it.
Right.
Just like I've seen a lot of My Block Live. Now I do know who Chris is, and we've interviewed him and stuff like that, but you would never know through these big platforms that everybody had. They secretly artists and stuff like that. But I want to listen. Let's go for it.
Team Heatwave.
Yeah. Razor. I'm ready. All of the shit that I'm doing is legendary. All of the shit that I'm doing is legendary. All of the shit that I'm doing, all of the, All of the shit that I'm doing is legendary in my own lane, so I'm never worried. I ain't racing the soul, I ain't in a hurry. Only competition is the cemetery. Milking the game like I'm in the dairy. Man, you niggas is solitary, and they wonder why I'm always solitary. On a paper chase, nigga commentary, I don't fuck around. If there ain't no money involved, don't ask me to come around. Straight to the point, gotta dumb it down. I even the sports and I up it now, nigga, fuck it now. How can I lose when I'm the one making the moves? Paying the dues, shaking and breaking the rules. You niggas ain't been in these shoes. I want a 757, right by the beach, but that ain't the news. I'm still at my peak, don't get it confused. Sharp as a razor, bitch, I'm the move. I'm fuck with a legend. Niggas ain't gotta fear, but respect it. Down to risk it all, let's bet it. What's king shit to a peasant, nigga, I said it. I done pulled up about smoke and made him regret it. You facing a menace, we can go block for block. My niggas ain't playing no Tetris. Hit the kill switch, get you still pick on some real shit. No edits, no storyline, no credits. They ain't hating, nigga, they jealous.
All of this shit that we doing is legendary. Only catch me in places that's necessary. Bitch, I came with a shovel and a mess to bury. It's like I'm raising they dead from the cemetery. We the militia, no military. My recruits gon' pull up and shoot. Blowing his eyes so the air we pollute. I'ma lace them up if they throw me the boot. Made me a salad with fruits on my label. Couple of steps from the major. Who you know still rock a pager and 2 gold chains. Man, I swear I feel player. Placing the best, I don't care about a wager. I want the bread, so I hang with the bakers. My row seats like I hang with the Lakers. I don't converse with my police like niggas. I fuck up they minds. Look at they window, they nosy, they fucked up they blind. Only deal with an eye for a limited time. I'm taking what's yours, while I'm getting what's mine. They must be retired, they lazy, they limit they grind. I dropped the phone with that limited line. Paid attention to all of the signs. I think I'm too dull and it's my time to shine. I set the world on fire, bitch, I'm the torch. Getting this money, it feel like a sport. All of this liquor gon' seep out my pores. Feel like some dog on my knock down your fork. Mario car, you get knocked off your course. To get it from Club, now we get it from ports. Bad Lil' Jake says she from New York. Got she with best, she asked for support. Nah, Lil' shorty, I don't do no seed. But if he run up and get hit with this shit, he thought I was stingy till I split his wig. Chat with the pics and look what I did. Little ass nigga just tryna live big. Pay me a paper, don't pay me no favors. I feel like the mayor. I bounce back from like all of my failures. All of this shit that we doing is legendary. Only catch me in places that's necessary. Bitch, I came with a shovel and a mess to bury. It's like I'm raising they dead from the cemetery. We the militia, no military. My recruits gon' pull up and shoot.
boy Razor, my brother from another, coming through once again. Project after project after project. Hey, my boy, keep doing your thing, man. Put your foot on these niggas' necks. They ain't got nothing for you, homie.
Nice collab. You feel me?
Be honest with you. Yes. Dope ass collab. It is a dope ass collab. I like both. And see, the one thing that irritates me with certain artists when they do like features and stuff, they don't really sit in the studio with them, listen to they previous work, and understand, hey, do we really mesh together? Am I gonna overpower you, or you gonna overpower me? Y'all fit. Y'all slid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a slider. And both the songs you had were sliders, bro. Like this is something that I would definitely listen to on the album. I wasn't looking at the screen like, damn, how long this is gonna take.
Right.
One of the questions I kind of want to ask you though is, where is that single? Do we have a single on the album now that you're promoting? Where is something that I can get radio play, I can get club play, I can get internet play? Now, some people will say, "Oh yeah, you need 3 different songs for that," but with somebody that spits bars, one of those things is you like, damn, do they have a single in their repertoire? Like, for example, when I say that, I mean like J. Cole or Kendrick. Like Kendrick, is a spitter. He's a bar player, just like you. Bars. But he also had swimming pools. He also had We Gonna Be Alright. He also had, you know what I'm saying, songs with SZA. Like singles.
Right.
J. Cole, same way. Work out for me, work out, you know what I'm saying? Singles. Yes, he's a ball player, but he had singles. Jay-Z, players anthem. I mean, not players anthem, but he, you know what I'm saying? He had songs that let him use his bars, but he had singles. So does Judge the Heatwave have a single?
I believe I have. I believe I have at least maybe 2, 3, maybe. If you want to talk about like impactful, or maybe like the kind that you might feel like you can get more of a, not just niggas listening to the song or just females, like more everybody into it. That's why I said like going back into the studio and really just getting to the swing of things. Like I do know that the bars is where it's at, but at the same time, I don't want to lose sight of that. But at the same time, you know, you do gotta have something that, some type of bait, you know, something that's very catchy, even if it's just a hook and you spitting the bars. So that's what I'm going through now. The process is just having something catchy, but not too fucking bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
because I don't wanna water my shit down. You know what I mean? Just to please the people. Like my thing is, this shit gotta sound right for me. All the music, when you go in the studio as an artist, they always think it sound right for them. You know what I mean? So, I mean, hey, it just is what it is. I just feel like this time around, I just don't want to do too much cute shit. Like I really just want to stick to something just hard, crazy. Like that's the energy that I want to bring. I don't like the project for the females and all that. Like you said, they want to dig in the crates and be like, oh man, he really was on some, you know what I mean, cool shit. That's what's up. But till then, give them hell.
Let me ask you this, because you got the posters and stuff like that. How's your street awareness? And when I mean street awareness is, how's your street promotion? Like, are you willing to still put your tracks not just on the streaming services but CDs?
See, this conversation has been an ongoing conversation, like in the last couple months for real, and I've been seeing like people still practicing that form of, you know, physical sales or whatever. and it's just real tricky, man. It's real tricky, man, because it's like you it feels right, because if you from that era, the CD era, but it's like, what do we have anything now that's other than sentimental value, where a person might want to support you and buy your CD if your car don't got a CD player in it. Other than that, what are you buying a CD for? It's just
See,
for sentimental value and support. That's it. Because
See-
if I don't have nothing that can play this CD,
so let's be
and
real.
that's how the
We
cars
thought
is getting built now.
we thought vinyls, right? We thought vinyls was obsolete, right? Vinyls are still in play. Vinyls are starting to come back, right? The reason why I said if you still had a street squad is not just selling CDs, but do you still have that? If I'm sitting at a store or whatever, and you see motherfuckers on the store every day, hey man, take this card, take this T-shirt. One of the dudes that I kind of respect, what's his name? I don't fucking know his name, but he's a cat in Atlanta. He's a black dude, but he a ginger. You know what I'm saying? He a ginger or whatever. And what he did was his creative process was, I'm not gonna sell no T-shirts online or whatever like that. I'm gonna sell them to you right here at the show.
Right.
So what he did was he took plain white T-shirts, nothing on them, but he bagged them up like it looks like bricks of cocaine.
What?
I think his name like Belly Gang or Belly. Yeah, I think his name like Belly Gang or
They
something like
ain't
that.
had Nothing on the shirt. It was
Nothing on
just-
shit, plain white shirts. And he was like, yo, every city I go to, every stop that I make, I bring out the shirts because it looks like the way the shirts are made and taped up, they look like fucking kilos of coke. And he was like, for them niggas, them street niggas or whatever like that, just like the imitation or whatever, cool, I'm doing it for them. Street play. I'm not gonna do it online. I understand how online works, but this is my street shit. Cool. Hey, guess what? All the little kids or whatever like that, 9, 10, maybe fucking 12 years old or whatever, $5. I'm gonna take $100. I'm gonna like, look, I'm gonna give you a stack.
Right.
This is 20 posters.
Right.
Pow, 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 pow. And I'm gonna check if once you post them, I'll give you come back right here in 2 hours. After you post them, I give you $20.
Right.
To them, they like $20. Hell yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Especially for them motherfuckers in certain cities that they ain't getting no money like that. $20, hell yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, here you go, here you go, here you go.
Right.
It's just being creative, not with just your music, but how you market yourself.
Right.
Yeah, the internet is very powerful,
Right.
but goddamn it, I will pay attention more to something that I see on the window than
Right.
something that I see on my phone screen. My phone screen, I'm swiping up because I'm trying to look for something else. But if I see it at a local store that I go to all the time,
Right.
hey yo Joe, who the fuck is this nigga that keep posting everything?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We had a social event a couple weeks ago. Shout out to Hey Chill, it's just a podcast. Shout out to Monty. Had over 150 people in here. Now, in this building, you had this whole room filled up with people, creatives, marketers, managers, everything, right? There were a couple people outside. A couple guys just standing out there, and I walked out there, and I'm just like, oh, y'all artists and shit like that? They was like, yeah. I was like, I said, what's something that you notice right now? They was like, what you mean? I was like, well, look around your surroundings, what you notice? He was like, oh, it's people walking in and out. I said, yeah, it's people walking in and out. You know why? Because they can't get the information from these rooms, so these hallways. I said, you drove here? They was like, yeah. Okay, so what's stopping you from getting in your car, parking right here, playing your shit, and giving them a performance? Whether it's 10, 5, 20, 30.
Right.
Having your homeboys, the ones that's not performing, recording you with the people that's doing their thing.
Gotta get that.
You got to be fucking creative. Every time I'm standing somewhere or doing anything, I'm creative. I think I'm a contractor for the shipyard.
Right.
Every new person I meet, hey, bro, hey, if you do anything, come check out my podcast. Hey, look, you're creative, you're a business owner, come do this. When I go out to eat or whatever like that, go to a restaurant, hey, if you ever want to promote your mom and pop shops, you ever want to promote your business, come through. Avarex. Shout out to Avarex. Shout out to the Lobster King. He did songs with No Malice.
Right.
He sat in that same seat,
Right.
promoting his business and his album.
Right.
And we just met off of some food. You serving me. I'm paying money for your food.
Right.
People just gotta be unique and creative when it comes to they business. You are a walking brand.
Got to.
I'm not wearing no Nike. This shirt right here is somebody else's shit.
Right.
I'm not wearing no Nike. I'm not wearing no Polo. Fuck Gucci. Fuck all these they earn their stripes. But I'm not finna pay you to promote your shit. Cause when people see me in the Gucci, they not fucking with me. They fucking with what I got on.
Right.
They, you know what I'm saying? I'm a walking brand. I'm walking with my shit on.
Right.
I'm walking. Hey, bro, I like that fit. Yeah, it's mine. Come talk to me. I gotta go online. You ain't gotta go online. What size you? Medium, large? Cool, I got that. Here you go.
And you know, it's never about the clothes anyway. It's always the motherfucker that's in them. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Hey, bro. Hey, take this. How much is this t-shirt? 10, 15. But with this 10, 15, hey, take this QR code, take this wristband, take this, and go fuck with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Free of charge.
Right.
I for some reason, artists feel like everything they put out got to be $150, $20-something. So give these niggas incentives. Just like when you go to Sam's Club or you go to Ollie's or whatever,
Yes.
Walmart, and they be like, hey, try Tyson chicken nugget. Niggas eat it. Next thing you know, 2-3 weeks later, you grabbing Tyson chicken nuggets and you don't even realize it. That's because you had a, sample.
Right.
I had a free sample of the shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's just being creative and like, excuse me, with your music or whatever like that, I would like to see a lot more. Not just from these platforms like Vitamin Dope or My Block Live. Man, I want to catch up with your life. I want to see what you do on a daily basis. How do you handle situations? Does taxes suck in Delaware? How does Judge the Heatwave deal with that? How does he deal with relationship issues? How does he how does he decide what club he going? What is he wearing? How does he put? I'm a nigga that don't dress, but how does he put the Timbs with the shorts he got on? People ain't willing to show the different things to be different. One of the main reasons I'm a Wiz Khalifa head is because I used to watch his day-to-day shows. I used to go in my granddad's basement, lay in the bed, turn the lights on, and just get high and just watch this shit because I felt like him. I felt when I turn the lights off and I'm watching that shit, I felt like the Entourage. I felt like I was living in the same moment. But you be ironic because people be like, oh damn, I'm not a fan. Nah, you got a lot of people just like me watching your shit. They want to be just like you. There's somebody out there right now that's trying to get their bars together that might just need to see your content. You just might need to be that pioneer or leader to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Well, that's what it's going to take, man. A lot of leaders because it's very few of us. I don't know where they at, but they you know what I mean, I don't believe that, you know, what I do is, I mean, not a lot of people do it, but I still think it still exists. Like the bar heavy dudes, it's just, you know, whether they under the rock or they not getting paid attention to. Like me too. Like I'm one of them artists. I don't really do crazy views unless I'm like partnered up with another platform, because I'm not really too. See, when you're an artist, you gotta sustain this lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta sustain your investments, and in order to do that, if the money from the music not coming, you gotta find somewhere how you gonna get it. So me, you know, I work all the fucking time. I work a lot, man. You know what I mean? Couple jobs. You still need extra streams of income. You know what I mean? Just to make this shit work. So my whole thing is I'm glad that I was able to take the time out to just focus on the shit while I'm down here. But like, yo, most of the time, man, I be locked in a zone, like family.
Yeah.
That should be real because, like you said, sacrifice, right? But then you have integrity. And certain times, a lot of times, I don't be too beat for the world when I know what I have, you know what I mean, within my own world. I be cool. Like, I don't, like, sometimes it be like, yo, I don't even, it ain't about being famous at this point. Like, I don't care for that. I don't want to go outside and people like, like, nah, like, everybody want the bag, right?
Yeah.
So you want to get the bag. And whether we dealing with motherfuckers that's gatekeeping or whatever the situation is, that's hindering people from really getting in this game, it just it's to each his own. You just never know. But if you give up, that's why I said, like, I get it. My folks tell me a lot. It's they're like, yo, man, if you give up, it's gone. So in order for you to really get to where you need to go, man, you just gotta keep going forward, man. Like, no matter what, man. Like, some shit might not work out, and maybe it was a good thing, because something after it might come better. You know what I mean? But you gotta stay in touch with your roots. So I don't really try to, like, it be certain shit that be just for me. Like, my life, my family, that should be just for me. I don't be wanting to show that shit, man. I don't be beef for that shit, man.
I mention my kids. I mention my kids a lot, just so people don't give me bullshit excuses.
Yeah.
Well, I got this, that, and the third. Well, Ed got 3 kids. I work 2 jobs, and I still do this on a weekly basis. I do 2 shows on a weekly basis and still handle business. So, what's really your excuse? Is it just laziness, or you really not in tune to what you're doing? So I understand that completely, and I keep them shit separated. But I also use my kids as motivation, because if daddy can't live out his goals and his dreams and still handle business, why would you think you can?
Right.
I want to show you, hey, look, daddy had all this shit and he still made this shit work. And a bag, and I will say this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna take the camera back on right here. A bag don't mean you gotta be a fucking millionaire. A bag can be your success, you winning. Your people are taken care of. Motherfucker, if you making 10,000 but you used to make 2,000, that's a bag. That's a win. That's success. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all feel like, oh, I gotta be a millionaire to be successful. No, you don't. You gotta live in between your means and what you like to do, instead of copying everybody else. If you not a flashy motherfucker, then you not a flashy motherfucker.
Facts.
If you like driving a Honda, you don't need a Lambo. Don't try to, who you trying to impress? And this goes especially for the niggas. For the niggas out there, who you really trying to impress?
Right.
You trying to impress the females, or you trying to impress other niggas. That's just plain and simple. Because I guarantee you, if you give Ed 10,000 a month right now, Ed good. Ed really good. Ed really good, because the shit that I'm doing right now, it's sufficient.
Right.
Look at the people that I meet. I met you.
Right.
And you're going to be a superstar. You're going to be that. And hopefully, during this interview, we made that connection, did such a good job. So when you do hit them big stages, and I'll be like, hey, yo, Judge Heatwave, what's good, man? Hey, man, bring Ed through here. Tell him bring the team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's value.
Right.
That is the bag. I won. That's success.
That's success.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I've had over 200 interviews, and out of everybody, if somebody makes it, somebody win, and they just say, like, shout out to No Limit Podcast, shout out to Ed, shout out to the team.
Right.
Nigga, I won. I did what I was supposed to do.
Right.
I don't care about everything else.
Exactly.
I did it. You know?
Right.
Sometimes I ain't gonna lie, bro. It just irritates me, because everybody thinks they gotta be the top tier millionaires with flying jets and stuff. Like, the internet has burnt niggas. The internet has burnt people's expectations, and they burnt realization, like reality.
They just burnt their whole mentality, way of thinking, man. I be seeing some nutty shit, man, but you know, sometimes that's what's good to just, unplug, man. It's okay. Because that shit, man, people be, man.
And then the realization, because like I said, Ed used to be an artist. Ed was going to shows. Ed, for all my songs that have been produced, besides 2, The rest of them were produced and engineered by a QC engineer. Shout out to mixby.com down in Atlanta. Had me around some real big people. I've
Right.
been on the phone with Jeremiah. Been on the phone with Baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm trying to tell you, half the shit that y'all idolize is fake, rented, and not theirs.
Yeah,
Y'all idolizing shit that it ain't always greener on the other side.
Exactly. And them girls, they keep on going to Dubai, taking all them trips.
Getting shitted and pissed on for a fucking purse.
Getting
and-
shitted on for a bag, girl. You better stop.
Yeah,
Y'all better
it's-
stop it.
It's-
Stop taking them pictures, because niggas already know. They like, come on now, shorty from Camden.
yeah, for a fact. And
Then went over it. Come
It-
on.
I feel bad for the women, especially because they've made it to a point where, oh yeah, I want $1 million, I want a bag or whatever, I gotta fuck. Now, don't get me wrong, prostitution is one of the first careers that have ever been out there. It's in the Bible. It's biblical. It happens. But ladies, you don't have to sell yourself or your essence to change your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do all that. Every dollar don't come with great stories. You know what I'm saying? It don't. I've seen women. I've been seeing women a lot being getting these BBL surgeries. BBLs has been here for a minute, but they get these BBL surgeries, and like you're literally spending hundreds or just thousands
Right.
just so you can go on the internet to make that money back showing your ass. But then you want somebody to respect you. It's not gonna happen. They're not. Just like the same nigga. When niggas go out here and they doing all this extra shit and oh yeah, I'm a killer, I'm a drug dealer, I'm gonna do this. And then when they get hit with a RICO, they just like, oh, the feds just mad at me. No, nigga. That's what you promoting. You promoting dumb shit. And you think they just like, well, we're gonna let Tyrone pass. No, nigga. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of shit is dying out. Because look, y'all motherfuckers is so goofy. Y'all go on there and tell all you, I shot Brandon down on 29th Street at 9 a.m. and try to rhyme that shit thinking it's hot.
Rap. That's that op rap now.
What?
That's all op
What?
right now.
And then they get mad because, oh yeah,
Op rap.
you the op, you a snitch. No, nigga, you snitched on your shit beforehand.
Yeah, it's real out here, man. It's all types of fucking music out here now, man. These motherfuckers are straight.
And that's why I said in earlier conversation.
Savages. They savages, man. These
And-
niggas rapping, it's different.
But see, that's why I said early on in the conversation, we need those OGs back. We need the motherfuckers to be like, hey, yo, this ain't it. And I get where you were coming from because you didn't want to seem like a hater or somebody that's an opposition. But at the same time, there's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to put an Indian in this fucking place. Yeah, you might think you a chief, but you're not. You're not. You gotta be rude to motherfuckers, bro. I'm sorry.
Talk at me.
It's just, it is what it is.
Facts, man.
It just, everybody want to be buddy. I got my homies right now.
Right.
I got homies that make more than me. I got homies that make less. And even my business partner, he'll
Right.
tell me, hey, yo, your episode last week wasn't it. Hey, look, the way you running your shit ain't it. And we go vice versa. And there ain't no ill will. Yeah, we mad because you think you right. Everybody think they right. But sometimes you gotta, hey, look, you know what? I get it. I get it. I might not necessarily change it, but I'll fix certain things. Take the criticism and move on, bro. But the first step is not thinking that everybody hating on you just because they saying some shit. No.
Right.
If they saying some shit and it's not in a derogatory way, like my homie could be like, hey, your last episode wasn't it? All right, what do I need to do better? How?
Right.
Because at that point, it's not even hating, it's love. Because they looking out for you. Hey,
They want you to do better, yeah.
I want you to win.
See, that's not. See, they think that you trying to attack them.
Yeah.
And see, nowadays you can't even give out no fucking constructive criticism or try to help motherfucker out without them thinking, oh man, you like too much sensitivity, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody learned differently. Like you said, we came from a cloth where you had to kind of like you had the OGs out there that showed you some type of etiquette. Now these young boys is just wilding. Like they don't. I don't know. You can't really say because we all came from that pattern. Father wasn't around type shit. So that's there. This is the generation that's kind of like coming right now. Father not being around. They not listening to no nigga at all. They don't give a fuck who he is. So I can kind of I can't get mad at that. The way them niggas is rapping right now, they mad. They angry.
Yeah,
Them
you
little
can.
niggas is fatherless.
You
They
and you
rapping like they ain't got no soul.
and shout out to Russ. I might butcher your lyrics, but boohoo fucked up childhood trauma,
Right.
a no name father, a fucked up mama. But but when he said that shit, I'm listening to it like I had to really think about that shit. Like, okay, yeah, you had a fucked up childhood. Your daddy wasn't there. Your mama wasn't there.
Right.
You used to get beat on. You get to touch. You gonna use that for the rest of your fucking life,
Right.
or you gonna use it to help you and help others? That's one of the things you gotta understand. So yeah, niggas can be mad out here. Yeah, your
They
brother
rap-
got shot.
Yeah, they be mad.
Yeah, your brother
Once
got
they-
shot. Your
and then
daddy got
once they
shot.
win-
But
and then once it's a war going on, and they both now they rapping, everybody rapping, and they that's what they doing out in Chicago and shit like that. Niggas is glorifying the bodies and they putting them in the diss raps and telling them they smoking the pack.
And-
They smoking them like they packs. Like that's crazy. Man.
and that's simply because nobody's saying what the fuck are y'all doing. Because I'm steering away from just saying black people. I'm saying minorities. As minorities, have y'all not realized these last 50, 100, maybe even 200 years, we in a constant cycle. We not battling the people that are opposing us. We're battling the people that's supposed to be with us. We the only ones that get upset because we wearing a certain color. We the only ones that get upset because we from a certain block, but we all live in the hood. We're all being gentrified. Don't you think that's part of their plan? Don't you think that's part of their agenda? It's the, hey, you know what? Fuck killing them, because if they come together, we're fucked. So let's just turn them against each other. And the dummies keep going with it. And I call them dummies because that's what it is. You're dummies. But again, I will say this, and I'm going to keep saying it all episode. Leaders. People with real talent, people with real waves and shit like that.
Right.
Step the fuck up. And I ain't got my glasses on, so I'm looking at you. Judge the heat wave. Step the fuck up.
Facts.
You got a talent. You got the charisma. Yeah. You got that vibe. Fucking step up. Even if you gotta call out the game, call out the youth. It is what it is.
Right.
Do it.
Right.
Do it. Who cares? Who cares? Yeah, spanking hurts.
Right.
Everybody don't like to get their ass whooped. Everybody don't like to get a whooping.
Facts.
But you learn something from it.
You should.
You gotta be the person that whooped. You gotta be the person with the belt. Put the belt to their ass.
Belt the ass, man.
Belt the ass.
That's his new slogan now.
You know what I'm saying?
Belt the ass, baby.
You know?
That's what we bringing, man. I mean, like I said, man, I'm not playing with this culture, man. Like, I really salute the people that laid the groundwork in. So for the people that, however they, like I said, that's why it goes back earlier in the conversation. That's another form, because what I'm doing and what they doing is not it. You can't really say, oh, me and then Broad Wave, or me and then Lil Baby. Like, I wouldn't even put myself in that lane, man. That's a different lane. That's, to me, that's like an alternative rap. Like, that's what people need to call it. That ain't rap.
Yeah. To end the show, because this has been excellent, and I haven't got to have a real conversation in a while. Between you and the last guy that was here, I've actually had a conversation where I really didn't necessarily have to help. We just had a general conversation. So I appreciate both of y'all for coming tonight. But last question I got for you: what do you want your legacy to be? I told you this was gonna happen. You was gonna have a pause moment. I promised you, and I gave it to you.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm still kind of manifesting that. I can't really answer that because it's like that to me is deeper than just music. You know what I mean? You talk about legacy. Like when people start giving out awards and shit, it's more than just music. They be doing philanthropy and community work. I haven't even scratched the surface. I'm just doing one thing right now. You know what I mean? But I've done work in my community. I've brought artists together like I'm doing right now. I'm down here just working with everybody, putting all the pieces together. Like that's a part of the legacy as well. You know what I mean? Having that entrepreneurial spirit to get things done. You know what I mean? Even if you by yourself. You know what I mean? A lot of times people don't understand it ain't always strength in numbers. Less is more. You know what I mean? You might think a person that is by themselves, sometimes that might be when they're at their most dangerous. You feel what I'm saying? So like I don't. Once you believe in yourself enough to say, yo, man, this is how it's gonna work. You don't really need nobody really around you, unless you got somebody that's gonna back you with the bag. Other than that, everything else is just outsourcing and figuring things out. You know what I mean? So with this zone that I'm in right now, legacy, music wise, I definitely want to be like, we want to talk about music legacy. Let's just break that down. Music legacy, definitely. I'm on the fucking. I'm gonna come up, man. Like I want to be recognized for sure. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I put enough time in, and I have the talent. You know what I mean? So music wise, yeah, I feel like I wanna have that imprint, just like any other artist that came out, whether they was a one hit wonder or not. You never know how the fuck the game go for you, but to say that you was acknowledged amongst the MCs, you feel what I'm saying? That's like making it to the NBA. You know what I mean? So we'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see if we can get there, but for right now, I'm just aligned, like you said, aligning everything up. Everything's in it's all about alignment. You know what I mean?
Season 4, ladies and gentlemen. I'll
Yeah.
say it again. It's all about divine alignment. I don't know
Facts.
what season 5 is going to bring, but boy, 2025, divine alignment. Everything's going to happen when it
Facts.
needs to happen.
Damn, that's deep, man. You brought that shit all the way back from the beginning.
Yes,
That's
sir.
crazy how that whole
Yes, sir. I
show just
told
went
you.
back to the
I told you.
wow.
Yeah, I told you, man. This is how we do, man. And it took a while. And honestly, it doesn't necessarily happen like that. I don't forcefully do it. It's just if you connect the dots the right way, then you'll see the constellation.
Right.
And everybody has their own constellation. And by the time they end this show, I usually find it. Sometimes it goes a little bit longer, and I say, hey, it's a part 2, because there are certain gaps or certain quests that could connect that constellation. I'm like, hey, you know what? Take some time.
Right.
Take what you have learned or what the conversation we did and go do it.
Right.
Everything we talked about, go do it. And then come back, and then it always connects the dots. You know what I'm saying? It always does. But, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a fantastic show. It took a year to get here, but hey, it happened when it needed to happen. I'm looking forward to the next time we meet.
Yes.
Make sure y'all check out the albums. Tell them where they can find the albums, man, or the
Right
titles
now,
and all that.
just Judge the Heat Wave. You can look me up on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, whatever you get. You're gonna go ahead and get your pastime, entertainment from whatever your source is. Instagram, Team Heatwave. So, just follow me on Instagram. I put my work up there. You feel what I'm saying? The things that I do, but YouTube definitely has everything with the visuals, and you'll get a feel of how I'm mixing. You know what I mean? Like, and bringing everything together, not just the rap. You know what I mean? Because I do like the women too. You feel what I'm saying? Like they gotta. I feel like they're a part of the fucking shit too. So it's like a gumbo. Like I still like to add it all in there. Not too much bullshit, but we gonna keep it true to the essence. But I appreciate you. Having me here today, and like I said, everything is just gonna happen in due time. So, you know, it took a year, but hopefully next time it ain't gonna be a whole year. Like I'm honestly thinking about how I can just make that trip happen and utilize those like a weekend type shit.
I put it like this: when you got an album, you got something promo. First and foremost, always send it to me. I'll be happy to share it. I tell everybody they're allowed to collab with me. It'll go on my page and stuff like that. So never feel like, oh damn, I'm about to post and I ain't got nowhere else to post. I am the central hub. I am that connection. I bridge the gaps. And a lot of other people platforms do too, but feel free. I'm an open market. Do it. You got an album, you got some songs you try to promote.
Right.
Add this to your, what they used to say back in the day, add this to your chicken circuit. Hey, I got to go to No Limit Podcast in 757 to get this out. You got a hub right here that it will spread. So do not hesitate.
Appreciate
It's always genuine love. You know what I'm saying? And we just move forward, bro. Because like I said, like you just said, you're going to be doing bigger and better things. I'm going to be doing bigger and better things.
Thanks.
So why not go all out?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why not give it your all?
Right.
So, but like I said, ladies and gentlemen, till next time, peace.